Hi guys, there's a fly. Hi guys, welcome to the video. I wanted to do a Hi guys, welcome to the video. I wanted to share all my tips for your first hours in Canada because holy shit, it's so crazy when you first arrive and so much is going to happen and it's going to be intense and it's going to be amazing. So I really wanted to jot down like every single tip that I can think of for every step of the way. People say in their experience, they're like, yeah, I went through immigration and it's just like one sentence. And I'm like, no, I need the details. I know when I was coming over, I was like, no, I need every little detail possible. So if you're a person that loves all the details, this is a video for you. If you are in the process of getting your IEC visa or you're just starting to think about it, I definitely recommend my Working Holiday ebook. It's a really good companion and really good step-by-step of everything to do with getting your visa, getting a job. Everything that you need to know is in there. So definitely check that out. That's in the video description. But yeah, let's get into it. Oh my God. Also, my qualifications are that I moved to Canada a few years ago and I just share my experience online and I share all about living in Whistler and living in a ski town and moving to Canada because it was honestly the best thing that I ever did. I wanted to see other people's experience. So I have shared my arrival experience when I did come, which was a long time ago, but I wanted to do an updated video. So here it is. Firstly, if you don't know yet, then the flight from Australia to Canada is really long. It's at least like 15 hours if you fly from Sydney. So it is a big flight, and if you've never flown in a long time before, it's not bad, but you need to be prepared for it. And my recommendation for as you are arriving in Canada is just make sure before you get off the flight, you're trying to like freshen up a little bit, because once you get off the plane, it's going to be hours until you get to your hotel or whatever, and it's quite a lot. So make sure like in the last 2 hours of your flight, make sure you go to the bathroom, make sure you freshen up, brush your teeth, brush your hair, put on some moisturizer if you need. Just try and freshen up a little bit because you do feel really gross after that flight, and then you got to sit in immigration as well. It's just not a good time. Once you get off the flight, it's going to be very obvious. Everyone's going to be doing the same thing because you're an international flight. You're going to go through customs and arrivals and like this whole thing. So just follow everyone else. It's very clearly signed. I'm going to be just talking about Vancouver because that's my experience, but obviously most airports are going to be very similar. Definitely make sure you go to the bathroom at some stage before you get your luggage, so then you don't have to worry about that. What will you do? Before you get your bags, like I said, you're going to go through customs. So it really depends on the day and the time and the flights on whether it's going to be really busy or not. Even if it is busy, it should go pretty quickly. You just line up with everyone else, and every single person goes through customs, not just people doing their work visa, right? So you're going to go continue the line. It's like this little machine, and you're going to put in your passport. You're going to take a photo, which you're going to look terrible in, but it's fine. And you're going to say how long you're staying. Just say the 2 years. I don't think it matters too much. It'll ask you if you're going to declare that you're bringing anything, which I would assume you're not bringing any guns or weed or anything like that. So just say no to everything. Then you'll get a little white slip that it will give you. You hold on to that. Do not lose that. After that, you're going to go into another line, and that's when you're going to meet like a customs officer. I don't know their correct name, border control, whatever. A scary looking person is gonna be talking to you. So when it's your turn, a tip, what? I recommend making sure you keep your little folder of all your important stuff handy. Keep it close by. Even get it out potentially. If you're carrying a backpack, keep it in your backpack so it's really easy to just grab out, because at that point, when you meet the customs officer, they're going to say, hey, what's your reason for coming to Canada? And that's when you're going to say, hey, I'm here to activate my work permit, my IEC work permit. And then he or she, mine was a man, that's why I said that. And I'm just like replaying mine in my head. They may ask you some questions then and there. Hey, do you have a job? Where are you living? Where are you staying? They might ask you stuff just to get a sense of your vibe. Do not be scared of that. The whole point of their job is to sniff out people that are potentially doing the wrong thing. And you're not doing the wrong thing, but don't be nervous. If they're asking you anything really intensely or being a little bit rude or anything, don't take it personally. Just try and answer them as clearly and as truthfully as you can. Yeah, then they are going to direct you to immigration. They'll say, oh yeah, it's down there on the right, or whatever they're going to say. Then firstly, you need to go get your bags. So your bags will come off the carousel thing. If you have too many bags, make sure you grab one of those luggage carrier things. Sorry, I'm terrible with names of things. Put all your luggage in there, and then immigration is it off to the side. So what you're going to do is you're going to leave all your belongings in just a random spot, which just feels criminal to just leave everything you own in one spot. It should be fine. So take that. Obviously take your backpack or your purse or whatever, but leave the rest of your luggage in the spot that you'll see. And then you're going to talk to another immigration officer, and they may be not rude, but they're probably going to be quite straightforward. Their job is, to be quite strict, and they probably do it all day. So he or she, mine was a she this time, say, hey, I need to see your POE. I need to see your passport, whatever they might ask. I think they'll ask for your POE, so make sure you're given that piece of paper. Just listen to what they say. Don't overthink it. Don't talk too much. Don't make any jokes. Just listen to what they're saying, and they'll probably tell you to wait. Then you'll go into a room where you wait again. Depends on the situation, but at any point, the immigration officer can ask for your POE, can ask for your passport, can ask you questions. You need to be prepared for that. Again, that's why I said on the flight, make sure you just freshen up, just feel a little bit fresh, get into the zone of like, hey, I need to be talking to human beings now. Again, don't make any jokes, don't be silly, don't lie, be honest about everything, and be clear, as clear as you can. And you're going to sit and wait, and then they're going to organize your work permit, which is awesome. Then at a certain point, now keep in mind, this can be at any point. It could be minutes or it could be hours. It really depends on a lot of factors. So if you have a connecting flight, which hopefully you don't, but if you do, it needs to be many, many, many hours later, because obviously the immigration is the most important part. Getting your work permit is the most important part. So definitely don't plan for another trip, and definitely plan in your day that you are going to plan a couple hours at least. Don't plan to, I'll land and then I'm going to get to my hotel by this time. Just assume many hours. If it's earlier than that, that's a positive, okay? Hopefully they will call your name and you'll go up and they will give you a work permit. So at that point, it's going to be a piece of paper and it's going to have all your details. What is the point of this video? My phone's... So it's really, really, really important that you check that everything's correct on there. So it should say your correct name, birth date. The expiry date is really important. Make sure they give you your 2 years if you're supposed to have 2 years, and make sure it says open work permit. Anything that's wrong, if it is, tell them then and there and they'll fix it. It's really, really, really hard to change your work permit once you have left the airport. So if you find out that like the expiry date is wrong, it's really hard to go back and fix it. It's like, I don't know. It's just really hard and impossible. So definitely check it, and then you're going to put it in your folder, and then you can leave the airport. Yay! You've got your work permit in your folder, you put your folder away, you're going to go get your luggage, and then you're going to leave the airport. Again, very straightforward on leaving the airport. Follow everyone else. At that point, they're going to ask for your white ticket as you leave the airport. Now, something that happened to me was I was actually called into a second room for like, not an interrogation, but yeah, they was like, you need to come this way. And I was like, holy shit, this wasn't part of the script. And it was kind of, like a second customs screening, I guess you would call it. And we waited for a little bit, and I was very scared, to be honest. And then I got called up and they asked me some questions. I think they said, are you carrying any cash, any food, anything like that? And I just said, no. And then they're like, okay, you're good to go. And then we left. I don't know why that happened. I'm always picked for random screening, so I think it was that. But if that happens to you, just know that, again, be honest, be truthful, don't be stressed, and you'll be fine. Then, as you leave the airport, it's going to be, again, really, really obvious where to go. Look out for the signs. I really recommend, if you're in Vancouver Airport, to catch the Skytrain down to downtown. It's easier, it's cheaper. Do not get an Uber, do not get a taxi. Like, just catch a train. I know the train sounds intimidating, but it's truthfully easier than the Ubers and much cheaper. So just follow everyone to the Skytrain, and then you're going to get a ticket. There's like a little ticket machine. Put your money, I don't know what I'm saying. Buy a ticket. Again, it'll say single fare, whatever it is. It's very straightforward. And then you wait for the Skytrain. The good thing about the Skytrain is it comes every few minutes, so you won't be waiting long. Depends on your hotel that you're staying at. You may need to stop early, whatever it is. Make sure you look that up on maps. Yeah, make sure you have all that downloaded, because you might not have internet, okay? Because you're going to just be on the Wi-Fi. So make sure you have everything downloaded, ready to go. Even have it printed out if you need, so that you know exactly where you're going, so that you don't get lost. Once you get to downtown, I recommend just go straight to your hotel, drop off all your luggage. Don't worry about anything else. Just get to your hotel. Then at that point, maybe if you need to freshen up, whatever it may be, and life will be good. Keep in mind, most hotel check-ins are 4 p.m. So yeah, factor that into whenever your flight lands or whatever. If you are early, don't worry. There's always somewhere to sit, so you're chill. And there's also, usually in your hotel, you can leave your luggage. If for some reason you landed at like 9 a.m. and you can just leave your luggage at the hotel and go for a walk. Anyway, assume that you're going to go check in and life is good. Then is when you can go explore Vancouver. Yay! Whether it's afternoon, night, day, whatever it is, make sure you go just enjoy it. Go eat some food. Go, walk around. Just make the most of it. Obviously, downtown Vancouver is quite sketchy at nighttime, so just be careful on that. But yeah, just eat some food. Enjoy life. Make sure you go check out Timmy's. My first meal was Five Guys, and it was actually like the most delicious meal I've ever had, but I don't know if it was just because I was really, really, really hungry. But yeah, just enjoy your first day. Don't stress too much about all your errands. Make sure you do that the following day, okay? Don't plan anything for that day. And your next day is when you're going to be locked in and you're going to get stuff done. Try and, if possible, you want it to try and do that so that'll be a weekdays. If not, then you have one more day of just chilling, and then a day after that will be a weekday, so that you can you got to do your SIN, you got to do your phone, and you got to do your bank account. They're really, really important that you do before you get to Whistler. But we will leave that for the next video, and I will give you all my tips for that. But that's your first few hours in Canada. Let's go. If you have any questions on that part, make sure you leave them below, or you can message me on Instagram. And reminder again, I've got my ebook if you want like the full step-by-step of everything that I just mentioned in a very like visual written way. And yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.